past midnight, officially election day, and here in upstate New York, the town of Rotterdam, are people lining up for early voting. Wrong. Waiting for the newest video game release. It's bitter cold out, and they do have their priorities. New York, at 52 years old, I see some of the same faces running for public office as when I was 18 years old, 34 years ago. Career politics at its best. The highest paid legislature in the country. A part-time job so they can still earn some bread on the side. 70 to 80,000 bucks a year with great benefits and without term limits. They can go on till dead. Thus, there is low voter turnout. Because people aren't stupid. Same can be said at the federal congressional office seekers. Of this federal congressional office seekers and incumbents, no term limits, great pay and benefits. They hang around till they're dead. Body bag politics 101. Three reasons I can't vote in this election of 2012. This democratic republic was designed so that public servants, and I emphasize with extreme prejudice the word servants, will be chosen by the people, for the people, and of the people. This nonsense of leaders has permeated the office of president down to the local town council. And this is no small matter. The American Revolution of 1776, our Declaration of Independence, called on the citizens to throw out of power King George of Britain, to wit, a leader. To my mind, when I hear the word leader, which was never mentioned in our Constitution, only servants, to be sure, are spoken of, I wince at the disrespect of the noble tradition of public servants for the people, by the people, and of the people. You see, a leader doesn't listen to the people. He listens to him or herself. Otherwise, he or she would be a servant. Here, thus, is my first reason for not voting in this mockery. For both candidates for president, the most important office this election, want to be a leader and speak outwardly of leadership, and never ever utter the all-American saying of the people, by the people, for the people. My second reason for not voting this election is an act of civil disobedience, another all-American tradition, to peacefully resist a government and two candidates for the executive office who openly disregard the most precious of American tradition, and that is that a person is innocent until proven guilty. Both candidates should know this since both graduated from Harvard Law School. Park the car in the Harvard yard. And one even taught constitutional law. Yet we arrest, imprison, torture, and kill citizens and foreign people without any regard for civilized rules of law that we call due process, which allows the accused a chance to defend his or herself. The stench of this betrayal of our noble legal tradition is enough in itself to keep me from participating in this un-American election. Thirdly, there have been major advancements made in every field of science except that of political science, or the means by which we are governed. Not because we do not know how to govern better, for the people, by the people, and of the people. No, we know well how to tweak and hone this government, but the will to do so is lacking. The career politicians hold on to office for his or her own sake, and in some cases, till death do they part. The latter I refer to as body bag politics, where you have to wait for an elected official to die. The needed term limits of good government, which would infuse this government with new blood regularly and avoid this stagnancy associated with career, is presently avoided like the plague by politicians. Term limits would move things along like that of blood circulation. Vibrancy would be its hallmark. Along with term limits, a total curtailing of lobbying by money, gifts, and the like would end the current shameful bribery occurring in local, state, and federal bloodstreams. There are many more needed reforms, long avoided, but surely ever needed. Many have died and were wounded, and die and are wounded, to keep this Union, our Constitution, and momentous Declaration of Independence alive and well. We owe them integrity, loyalty, and honor in how we as a nation behave to our own people and our neighbors. It is in this vein of Old Glory, our flag, that I must sadly refrain from voting in this election 2012. Sincerely, Broken Star.
Atta boy, Bill. Get some weight off and then we can pull it. While you do that, I'll take in some of the scenery.
Right.
When did you first decide I was no good?
I fucking met you. And that was 1985.
Alright. Lyle, you around, Lyle? Lyle, is that you? Lyle! Lyle! Lyle Brown! Lyle!
I dedicate this all-American video to my father, a World War II Navy veteran whose ship, the USS Preston, went down in Guadalcanal with 117 sailors and Captain Max Storm too. My father, my best friend, a servant always to his family, to his country, and to his God. He was friend of all and detested any notions of war. And to that old lie, spoken during World War I, Dolce et decorum est pro patriae more, sweet and noble to die for one's country, I hereby deny on my father's behalf.